That's me, Michael Strahan, on my usual home field, the football gridiron. But today, I get to try out a different kind of football. Because I'm taking out my power tools and teaming up with carpenter Amy Wynn Pastor to help out a soccer-loving family. We're building a soccer goal, dribbling obstacles, and something that soccer players call dasher boards. Wynn's got all kinds of tips and tricks.
Putting tape around the top.
Plus, a professional soccer player stops by to check things out. So everybody pile on! This is Backyard Stadiums. Introducing the Goldbergs, a family of 5 that loves to play soccer.
The kids really are all very active in soccer. Jake and Molly have been playing going on probably 7 years now. Zane now has actually tried out for the travel soccer team, and they look forward to it. The practices, the games. In my book, family time is everything. This type of activity to bring us together to do something that's going to bring them outside on a continual basis, to use the equipment with their friends, with their cousins, with us. It's invaluable.
The family is lucky enough to have lots of kicking space in their front yard. That's perfect for what we have in mind.
Front yard is definitely a bigger open space. It's private. We have trees that block the street, and it's pretty flat, so the kids really like to play there and use that as a field.
Today, we're going to build the soccer goal, free kick wall, kicking targets. We're going to mount those targets on hinge doors that swing in front of the goal. Our design has 4 corner slots that will help our soccer players with their shooting accuracy. And here is our design for a wall. The idea is we'll try to score around it or over it, but definitely not through it. We're going to need plywood, support posts, metal brackets, lag bolts, and wheels. All the details are at DIYnetwork.com.
Then who knows, maybe I'll play goalie.
That sounds challenging.
You think you can score on Michael Strahan?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, come on. It's not that easy.
1, 2, 3, Goldbergs! Carpenter Amy Wynn Pastor is on the job to help us out. We're going to start off our project by building a wall. In soccer, that's when players stand side by side between the shooter and the goal. This way, the kicker doesn't have a straight shot during a free kick. We're building our wall with pressure-treated plywood. We took a digital image of a soccer player and had it blown up at a local print shop. It will make for a lifelike obstacle.
The wall gonna sit in front of the goal, and the kids can learn to bend it like Beckham.
Excellent.
We don't want our wall to be too big, so we're gonna make it kid-size.
Don't tell the kids, but this is my buddy Clint Mathis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, New York Red Bulls. He's gonna stop by today. Star forward.
Awesome.
Teach the kids a little something. Maybe I'll learn something too. That's why I invited him for me more so than the kids.
Gotcha.
Look at that face.
I didn't realize what a small guy he was.
Yeah, he's actually small. I have to hold him up here. I carry him around like that. All right, well, Clint is out of the way. Now we have to cut him out with the jigsaw.
The best thing to remember about using a jigsaw is it's kind of like driving. You want to look ahead of you and just kind of follow the line as you go.
Woo!
Debbie and Lee are very competitive about who's being a better cutter than the other one.
It's as easy as using the scissor.
It made it fun. You know, I'm watching Debbie. She's got her problems going and she won't quit. And then we say, okay, Lee, you've been watching snickering. It's your turn to do it. And Lee had his problems too, so Debbie had a little revenge.
Who's doing a better job with these power tools?
Oh! But I have to say, between the two of them, they're both better than Strahan.
Thanks a lot, Wynn. By the way, insert a couple of 2x4s into your sawhorses to create a sturdy work surface. But try not to hit them like I did when you're cutting your target. Our free kick wall is starting to take shape. We use lag bolts to attach 4 wheels to our 4x4 and then attach a 3/4-inch plywood cutouts to the base. Then we created this cross brace from the remaining wood. We're done. It's ready to be painted.
That'll do it.
Nice.
When we return, we're going to start work on our goal, and Wynn is going to give us a few tips and tricks to make the structure nice and sturdy.
once this gets a notch on it,
Okay.
you know, they'll fit in together like
Then
that.
later, a pro soccer star is gonna stop by to test everything out.
So usually when you see a goal of your size, it's always harder for you guys to get on the ground, correct?
You know we have a big day for you today, right?
Yep.
You guys gonna help?
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
The Goldbergs are really into soccer, so we're gonna transform their big front yard into a soccer wonderland. Next, Lee and Wynn go about cutting additional 4x4s down the sides. These pieces will form the main structure of our goal.
Nice, that's perfect.
To help things fit together nice and snug, we decide to notch the ends. Using a speed square, we mark the notch and cut out an L-shaped groove.
You want to make sure that 1 3/4 is showing on the blade.
Okay, hammer time.
Like once this gets a notch on it,
Right.
it'll work kind of like Lincoln Logs or something. You know, they'll fit in together like that.
Sure.
Our team carries everything out front. And on this show, everyone helps out, and I mean everyone, even the sound guy. All hands on deck, because we gotta bulk this baby together.
Now, our regulation goal is 24 by 8. The data goal we're gonna build is gonna be 12 by 6.5. The reason for that is it's gonna take up too much yard to build a 24 by 8 goal. Secondly, it's easier for me to defend a smaller goal when I challenge the kids, so I can't get beat. Very important. Don't let the kids beat you. I think the best thing about building a soccer goal is that everybody can get involved. Mother, father, all 3 of the kids are going to be involved with it and going to help us. And we're all going to have a good time.
After we tighten the bolts all the way around, we prepare a frame made up of 4x4s to add to the front of the goal. This is going to give us plenty of support for our corner targets, which we designed out of wood. We'll talk about that later in the show.
One of the nice things about the design of this goal is that you can leave it out and it's going to be fine in the weather, but when you do want to take it in, if you're not going to be using it for a while, it's very simple to take apart. I'm really happy we used the thicker 4x4 pieces, and it's really incredibly sturdy.
Then we tip the structure forward to add wood to the base. This is going to level out the entire goal frame. That will be especially important when we add our targets.
That way it's not going to tip over. Also, when we attach the target shooting barn doors, we wanted to make sure it was perfectly square, otherwise the doors wouldn't fully close.
Thank you, Mike.
There you go.
Woo!
Give you a little something on that.
I could expect my dad to do that, but not my mom.
Right?
Oh, yeah!
Awesome.
Debbie,
See
that's
that?
good.
High five.
It's all about the practice makes perfect. Fabulous.
Well,
and
we
now
have
you
one
get
more
to
go.
All right.
So now it's time for some heavy-duty lifting. Hey, you know what I think?
Yeah.
That honey-do list is getting longer and longer.
Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday. Honeydew list after this is just
The one he's
it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow.
The more you do, the more you're expected to do. I just want you to know that.
This might get the ball rolling on a lot of projects around here.
She knows what he can do now, and she's gonna make him work.
Need a deck, we need new walkway in the front.
I mean, you know, this is really opening up a can of worms here.
Your wife is gonna make you work now, buddy. It's not gonna be easy street anymore. Get ready. Back up. I don't want the wind to blow on you.
Let's get to work on our dasher boards. Dasher boards are used in soccer right on the field for corporate advertising, but we're going to use them to keep the ball from rolling into the woods and also add a fun, colorful backdrop to our project. Each one has their own dasher board. They can put it behind the goals and have the advertisements. There's my sign. Time to paint. This is where we get the kids in on the act.
come straight down on top of your letters like this. Zane, that's the idea. These are good color combinations, too.
Wynn suggested we tape the bristles of the brush together. That'll make it easier for us to dab the paint on.
Dip the paint, or dip the brush rather, into the paint, and then you're gonna dab it off a little bit.
This way the paint won't work its way under our stencil. We use exterior semi-gloss that goes for about $34 a gallon. We had the stencils created at a local sign shop. When we return, we're gonna line everything up and finish our goal.
You've done.
Then we're gonna make a few obstacles by bending steel rods and also finish off our target doors.
2x4 frame, 1/2-inch plywood front, and strap hinges.
And later, a pro shows us how to use them.
I don't think I worked this hard getting ready for the season.
This is Michael Strahan, and welcome back. Our soccer goal is in good shape, so let's zero in on something to practice ball control.
And now we have the dribbling archways, which are steel rods with some pipe insulation.
Slide the insulation onto the rod, then bend it using a 5-gallon drum. This will make the arch just about the right size for the ball to fit through.
I make it look easy because I'm just strong, you know? Go ahead. I make it look easy, you know? Don't be ashamed if you can't do it.
I think this kid might be trying to show me up. The object of our archways is to help improve on dribbling. Our gang practices going through and around the archways, guiding the ball as smooth as possible. Let's get back to work on our soccer goal. As a safety precaution, we cut some of the metal screws, and then we finish off our goal by putting up the netting.
Guys, let's walk it over, Michael.
Walk it over, Michael. I've heard that before. And you have officially put the first tie on the net. You should commend yourself.
Good job.
Yeehaw!
All right.
Me next.
Okay. I'll just hold the net for you. We're using ties to secure the soccer net because it's a lot easier to take it off with the ties. Just clip the ties, take the net off, and you're done. Also, this soccer net you can buy at any soccer supply store, the standard net, very easy to find. I think we're about done, and that took all of about 2 minutes.
Now, our soccer field wouldn't be complete without lining it. So we marked off a 30-foot area in front of the goal as our official soccer field. Wynn gets a little help from Zane.
9:30. Got it. Well done.
Wynn and Zane staked the field. Now it's my job to line it. With that, I'm using this striper. Actually pretty simple to use. On this striper, you can buy one, or you can actually rent them also. I'm lining the field, and all I can think about is go straight. And the stripers are actually under $100. Can't go back and change it because it is paint. The paint that we're using is fast-drying paint, which is absolutely important.
Nice going, Strahan. You know, I'm still pretty quick on my feet.
Here are the barnyard doors I'm talking about. Well, this is actually pretty easy to build. It's 2x4 frame, 1/2-inch plywood front, and strap hinges. And I like the way you guys painted this. Is this like the family color?
I just really like blue, you know.
Why do you like blue? I was told something different. I'm going to give you a chance to come clean.
Come clean? Why we like blue?
Yeah.
Because we're a true blue family, Mike.
It doesn't look like Giants blue.
It doesn't look like Giants blue. You're right, y'all.
And who you root for?
We really root for the Indianapolis Colts in this family, Michael. I'm sorry to say.
Hey, Wynn, stop where we're leaving. Show's over, we're out.
Well, if I had my choice, I'd be painting it green.
Right.
I'm really leaving because she is an Eagle fan.
Woo!
I feel faint.
I think the Colts have won the last 2 years.
Luckily, I made a quick recovery and we finished putting our targets in place. For step-by-step instructions, be sure to visit our website, DIYnetwork.com.
Now this is nice because it holds the doors together, so as you're bumping into the doors with the soccer ball, assuming that you're not automatically hitting it through all the spaces.
The beauty of this goal is its versatility. Have a game or practice on your own.
The great thing about our target door is that when we're tired of shooting at the target, we want a standard goal to play. We can unlatch it. It opens up. Now you'll notice down here at the bottom, we have a screw eye screwed in here and screwed in there with some standard chain and an S-hook.
The target doors are really going to help the kids with their shooting skills.
You can practice kicking the ball down the middle, upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right. Great target practice. Teaches the kids how to lift the ball, how to keep the ball low. All right, we got the final piece in.
Looks good.
Nice and stable. Well, glass is off now. We have done all the hard work. Now, where are you kids? Are you ready?
Oh, boy.
All right, Molly, we're at Goldberg Stadium, World Cup. If you make this, you are the champion. World Cup champion. Are you ready?
Yeah, you can do it, Mom.
All right, I'm gonna commentate. Molly lines up for the shot. She's wearing her nice outfit, her blue shoes, and she's swaying back and forth in anticipation. So she's going, she's ready. She lines up. Mike Houston is. Mike's always on top of the pile. I'm not on the bottom. Man. Zane. All right, why don't you just jump on too? Come on.
When we return, our paper cutout comes to life, and he's gonna check out what we built. A pro soccer star is paying us a house call. What will he think? We'll soon find out.
Don't let the pretty face fool you. Okay, this guy's actually intimidating. Zane, that's looking pretty snazzy. Looking pretty good.
As we get ready for a visit from our soccer star, the kids and I apply some finishing touches to the dasher boards. Then I figured I'd show them some of my defensive moves.
Oh!
That looks more like a dance step.
I'm ready for it all. Oh, hey, look. My friend Clinton Mathis.
Mathis starts for the New York Red Bulls. He's played internationally and is considered one of the most dangerous attackers the U.S. has ever produced. Clinton knows the game as well as anyone.
It's one of those sports that the family can all do together.
Oh!
You don't have to get the kids in the team mom van, drive everybody there, get all their equipment. I mean, you have it here.
In order to make this a little harder, Clint, we decided to build the wall. You like the wall?
Very nice.
Think it's great for the kids?
It's great.
The image that we used, and you know that's the image we used. And we said this guy looks scary.
Yeah, he does look
We
scary.
want to face him on the wall.
But they're going to be aiming at me instead of putting it in the goal.
Yeah, that may not be bad.
So this is one of the harder things to do in our sport, actually. But you know, you've seen guys like David Beckham with the movie Bend It Like Beckham. This is his specialty. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a good thing that wood's there, huh? You can't quit hitting it. Top in the middle, all right. How about that?
Hey, my man's perfect.
You guys gonna try it this time?
Yeah.
See there?
Oh, yeah!
Way to go, James.
That was perfect!
So instead of having an open goal, you want to practice your target shots. Set it up.
Very nice. It doesn't have to necessarily be regulation size. The way that you have the corner set up, be able to shoot in those corners when you close the doors on it, just gives an idea of what you can do on the big goal, because that's where you're wanting to aim, towards the corner always. Try upper left.
Oh my gosh!
Is that all right?
That's actually pretty amazing.
Ooh.
Whoa! If the ball didn't go in, your shoe almost did. Oh!
Well done.
Well, you don't have anybody staring at you.
Uh-oh.
Now, don't let the pretty face fool you. Okay, this guy's actually intimidating.
Woo!
Now, that's a challenge.
Yeah!
To see the smile and the reaction on the kids' faces, really hits home.
Biggest thing is Clint and I, we both love what we do. You know, anytime you love your sport, you want to pass it on.
To see those kids, it could only take that instant for me to come out to make them want to aspire to do what I'm doing. You guys for having me out. This is one of our jerseys. Here's me, number 13, all right? So this is for all you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Well, that's special. I think that's something the kids will never forget.
And we left behind a few pretty cool keepsakes, from empty front yard to soccer paradise. Remember, you can get step-by-step instructions on our website. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.
1, 2, 3, Red Bull!
Were you ever a kicker, Michael?
I was never a kicker. I kicked some butt.
I think you
That's
did.
about it.
Where's Strahan when you really need him? Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Oh, you're scared. What about me?